been about 2 weeks. And I'm using my favorite weapon on my favorite map in what could be, in a couple months, my least favorite game. Because Destiny could be terrible. Now, right now in Crucible, or PvP, there's really only a couple major problems that have been sticking around, which is meta. Meta weapons, meta gear, whatever. I hate it that everyone uses the exact same kind of loadout settings, and they don't kind of, you know, use newer weapons, or weapons that are different, and weapons that maybe they're bad, but they can kind of get used to them and try them and see if they like them. Like, I didn't think I was going to like Randy's throwing knife, but I found out that I loved it. Back in D1 or Destiny 1, I loved scout rifles. Those are my favorite weapons. But in Destiny 2, they have been so very bad for, like, ever. And, I finally found one that I like. It's not meta by any stretch of the imagination, but it's one of my favorite weapons because it's a scout, and yeah. So, also, Midtown's my favorite map. Deal with it. I know a lot of people say that they like Rusted Lands and stuff. I just think this is a really, really fun map. And Suros is my favorite weapon because it's an auto, and it's so fun to use, and it's super good. It is. Oh my god, what is happening? It is meta, but I don't care. I only use meta weapons if I really like them. I don't use weapons that I don't like. So stuff like Lord of Wolves, I personally don't like Lord of Wolves, so I never have really used Lord of Wolves. Felwinters is the most meta thing of all time now, but I don't have another shotgun that I have on me right now. So, we're gonna have to deal with it. But yeah, it's really, really annoying. Seeing Felwinters everywhere. Now I'm about to get, like, triple teamed here. And I can't do anything about it. Yeah, that was pretty dumb. And by the way, the past 3 matches that I've been in have all had Gnawing Hunger. Think about that. The exact same weapon. Out of how many weapons are there in Destiny? And how many get used? Okay, you're gonna... The most amount of weapons that are quote-unquote meta, that's about maybe 100 weapons at max. And there's like 1,000 in Destiny 2 right now. Not counting all the different roles, like that is a bajillion weapons.
You captured Zone C.
That's a rough estimate, by the way, not exact. Whoa. I also love that they fixed the sprint issue that, bro, what is this? I want to talk about spawning really quick. I know this is really weird. And that's insane. 600 autos, man. It's the only weapon I've ever seen. And autos, especially 600s, are my favorite weapon type. And I hate to say that every time I use a 600 auto, they're like, "Wow, you say you don't, you know, like meta," but that's I've loved it since the beginning of the game, and I always have. Even at the worst time for autos, I have still loved autos. Like Monty, when it came out, wasn't the greatest, but it was still one of my favorite weapons. Well, in Destiny 2 at least. I didn't have it in Destiny 1, but rip in the chat. But in every Crucible game, it's the same thing. People are sticking up, or sticking like together in groups where they can't be defeated. Most of the time you get people who like flank you, and it's a double team and you can't really kill anyone. It's all meta weapons. And that's the main reason that the game is bad right now for PvP. The only reason I could ever think of is the player base. Everyone's using the same weapons, and it's just so annoying. And in comp, and like, you know, actual competitive modes like trials, I could see that. But why in Control, And in freaking Clash, you have to do that. Any game mode other than like the main two, like comp and I guess Iron Banner also could be there, but like Iron Banner is already a really weird mode.
Fire team that fights together stays together. Double down. The route is on. Finish it.
This thing does not have the range or stability for that. So yeah, I just don't understand why it has to be that way. Like, I don't... Once again, no longer, like, why does everyone have to use meta weapons? Like, my favorite legendary weapon is Better Dose, which right now, and it's not because it's meta. And look, see, I don't even know if that is Dreambreaker. That's not meta. That's 100%. Like, whatever. Which I understand from that. But if it has backup plan, I want him to personally just go in the trash, man. You're bad. Backup plan infusions, air until Alatha, or I think Alatha can roll that. I don't know. Ah, here we go. Bro, what is this?
I can feel that in my bones.
Hold up. What is this? Jotun! Why? I've seen Jotun twice today. And I haven't seen it for a while.
Zone A captured. You have advantage. Zone C.
Why does everyone have to use these meta weapons? Just use something different. And that right there is my least favorite thing in Destiny. Snipers. If you use snipers in Destiny, that's a very like birthday present special kind of F you in the chat. Like, you are the worst person. I understand keyboard mouse, you know, comp, whatever, trials. But in just normal game modes, where it doesn't really matter if you win, just get a life, man. Get an absolute life. You are... I want to shove this Felwinter's right up in an area that you have. To where you're only going to be seeing that stock, man. That's all you're going to see.
3 minutes left.
I have nothing to say about that. That was just sad. And once again, we got the spawns. Whoa. What was that nade? I wasn't even trying to... I was trying to bounce it off that wall, but... I think that was the same Gnawing Hunger kid. That was last word? I'm pretty good. What? That thing just drained my health. Summoner.
Stoke the fire, Guardian, or they'll take your lead.
What was that? Bruv, don't do this to me. I can't fight that. Bro, how did you not kill me? How did he not kill me? I want to know that right now. How did he not kill me? That was not a good play on my part. I don't know what I did. That was just... classic strikers, man. But yeah, I'm back. I want to do Destiny 2 stuff like guides, reviews, exotic stuff, whatever. But like PvP, man, I don't know what this is.
This is amazing. Double down.
Gnawing Hunger, man. I'm pretty sure 2 people in this game have been using Gnawing Hunger, which is just sad. It's not even that good. Like, I can think of multiple weapons in the $600 range that are better. I have my super, I should probably use it. I swear to God, if that sniper killed me, I will leave this. Of course it's Jotun! Of course it's Jotun. That's almost worse. Meta weapons, guys. And personally, I love Jotun because it's fun. It is kind of an easy kill kind of thing, but like, it's fun. You can't deny that. But I'm pretty sure that dude does not play for fun. Plays to win. 29 kills, that's whatever. For just coming back, whatever. You know, whatever. We're gonna do one more round of what do we do? I kind of want to do Rumble. Let's do classic mix. Why not? They're going in the right direction. Oh, weapon sunsetting. Weapon sunsetting is the worst thing, and I wanna personally say this to Bungie. I will leave Destiny if you add sunsetting. The reason why is not because I want to be forced to use new weapons. Like, look, boom, new weapon, boom, new weapon. Those are 2 new weapons just in that slot. New weapon here, new weapon here. Boom. See? All newer weapons. And they're not super OP. I love Blast Furnace Monty as a weapon. Why do you think I use... Where is it? Why do you think that I use Utah? Why do you think I use this? Because I like it. That's why. By the way, I had to re-get my, acquire, because I accidentally deleted my, Randy's. And, yeah, it costs a lot of stuff to reacquire pinnacles. Of course, we're in a losing match with, wow, a full team on each side. That's insane. We have shotgun rushes though. And the only reason I'm using Felwinchers is because I don't have another special weapon in that energy slot. And I don't really want a double primary, because I don't really need another primary. And I don't like using snipers. They're cheap, they're not fun, and it promotes camping. And for that flinch on whatever that was, I'm pretty sure that was spare rations, which I don't think too highly of for the fun meter. What are we playing? KC, or kill confirmed, or whatever it's called in this game. I don't know. I don't like kill confirmed in any video game ever made. Well, what are you doing, sir? I don't want to be in this area. That's a negative for me. Arbalist was that? Oh, I just got that thing, the template clause. It's not good for PvP. PvP 900 LMGs are terrible. Like, just use a 450 or something like that. That's probably your best bet. Decent fire rate, decent damage. Just good overall. Can I... Bro! My teammate almost killed me there. Dire Promise, yeah. It's kind of meta. I mean, it is a hand cannon, so... I personally don't really like. The reason I have Trust and Dire Promise is because I want to get back into hand cannons. Oh, I hate when people do that as well. Einstein D, I don't know what the crap. That's that weird pulse. I don't like that weapon. It is a high impact though.
Victory well executed.
I only use like a couple high impact pulses. That was the shortest game. That was like a 3-minute game.
Warlocks, hunters, and titans all have crests, and you take them just the same.
What? I got like no kills because I just spawned in like. Well, I've had that happen like multiple times today. But yeah, I'm back. I want to do Destiny stuff, but Crucible right now spawns. I have multiple times today, just today, and I only played like 5 games today. Spawn directly in a line of sight of a person that has most likely already been shooting. So they already hit me before I have the time to even look around. Meta weapons, huge problem. I really don't think Bungie could do anything about it. I just want the player base to do something different. If you use specifically meta weapons, and don't use things like scouts, or let's see, weapon types like scouts, stuff like high impact pulses, just pulses in general, really. Submachine guns other than, you know, that submachine gun. Sidearms, you know, sidearms, bows. All I see is a few SMGs that are very annoying, hand cannons, and autos, and shotguns. Grenade launchers, if you take out Mountaintop, none of these get used. Maybe Marty. These 4 never get used. Literally never. Never get used. Fusions, I can only think of a few. And the only reason you're going to be using a fusion is if it has backup plan. If it doesn't, out of here. And take snipers out of the game and I will be happy. Swords, annoying. Grenade launchers, whatever. I mean, all these are whatever. My problem is these exotics. And the weapon sunsetting is, I'm pretty sure, coming in the game for 2 main reasons. One, no one wants to really grind for the new weapons. There's no reason to, because of whatever. And meta, which I like that the meta is kind of shifting to new weapons, but just make the weapons better. The reason that I think this is a huge flop is because, well, one, all the hard work and money that I put into this game is basically just thrown away. And 2, exotics. Think about it. What are the most OP weapons? Crimson. Kind of Suros if you think about it. Chaperone. Ace. Last Word. Outbreak. Bad Juju. Monty. Thorn. Izanagi's. Witherhorde. Bastion. Risk Runner. Hard Light. Telesto. Trinity Ghoul with the Catalyst. Jotun. Divinity. Lord of Wolves, obviously. All these weapons. Oh, and stuff like freaking Whisper, Sleeper, Thunderlord. And this is the one that gets me. This right here. If you were to take out all the legendary weapons that are considered meta and just leave all exotics, nothing would change other than maybe no more spare rations, no more autos, no more shotguns, whatever. And just stick to those weapons. Exotics are the worst part about metas. And just snipers in general. So what I'm proposing is make the new weapons better. And how about this? in stuff like Trials, the weapon or the very, very, very top tier end game stuff. So Trials and raids, nothing else. Just Trials and raids. Make it so the weapons from the past year get a slight buff. The weapons aren't necessary, and maybe you could do the weapons from like the older weapons that are, you know, whatever, that are outdated, quote unquote, can maybe have a slight nerf in that exact activity. Not affecting normal PvE, not affecting dungeons, not affecting comp, Iron Banner, just the core end game stuff. That's perfect. So what I'm proposing is stuff like, let's see, we'll just say Mountaintop. In let's say if I go into Leviathan, this Mountaintop will do let's say 10% less damage against all enemies. This Dire Promise will do 10% more. This armor, this Achium War Rig, is an exotic. So technically, all these exotics are fine. I don't think that's actually how it should go, though. I think even exotics should pass right through. You can maybe make it so it's like a little bit longer of a lifespan for an exotic. Whatever. So you can make it so this or this came out Forsaken. Let's just say this, Legion Bane. This means that you will have a lower power cap. And armor, I think instead of weapons being sunset at both, I think people want armor to not be sunsetting and weapons to be sunsetting, if that makes sense. Well, no one really wants weapons to sunset, but I think people just really, really, really don't want armor to be sunsetting. So you can make it so in Trials, let's say I wanted to bring in this. It would do 10% more damage, or actually it would be standard to normal Crucible. The weapons like Recluse, Ringing Nail, Trust, Jotun, Suros, Randy's, or actually I don't know about Randy's, but you know, it would have, or it would essentially do 10% to 20%, even 50% less damage. So basically what you could do is make it so each weapon, or maybe it's like slightly underpowered in that activity, or just make it do less damage in that activity. I don't think it should just be weapons across the board are just garbage. I think what should happen is Leviathan, Scourge of the Past, Garden Salvation, all the raids are considered a endgame activity. Okay? That's gonna mean 10% less damage, or however many percent, or a power cap or whatever. But something like Trials would also have that. Comp and Iron Banner should not have that. Comp should stay where it is. It's not really a competitive playlist. It just says that because it's whatever. So comp should be left where it is. Iron Banner, whatever. If it really needs to be done, I think weapons, I don't know. I think exotics should really be phased by Iron Banner, but, and neither should armor, I don't think. But, you know, I don't think you should have to change your armor. For stuff like raids and trials, maybe. But for, like, everything else, no. So, that's my kind of opinion on it. I also think the new weapons, like, maybe Bungie could go to, like, Twitter or something and ask, hey, Does anyone have perk ideas or trait ideas or whatever? They could say, oh yeah, come in here, we see, alright, maybe Suros Sure Shot. Or Suros Sure Shot basically means when you hit multiple crits, or when you hit a single crit, your body shot damage goes up to crit damage. So basically, if you hit a single headshot or a critical or a crit, that body shot damage is going to go up to where your crit usually is. So if you hit a crit, 37 damage for a body shot, let's say 20. But as soon as you hit that first crit, it goes from, let's say 37 for crit and 20 for body. Once you hit that first crit, you're going to go 37 for crit, 37 for body. Or at least 30 for body. Or something, you know what I'm saying. Or airborne specialist or something, I don't know. Could basically be where when you're in the air, you gain increased range or something, I don't know. That would be like, if I sat down for about an hour, I could probably think of like 50 different perk ideas that would actually work in the universe of Destiny. As a non-exotic perk, stuff like maybe it could be, and it doesn't have to be a damage dealing perk. It could be something like, let's say, reloading after a kill for maybe 20 seconds or 15 seconds or something will give you increased range. Or maybe reloading after a kill, kind of like Ace. Reloading after a kill, that entire magazine will basically be like extra range, extra stability, maybe extra damage, maybe not that, but like something like that. That would be nice to do, and it doesn't have to be damage. You don't have to do damage dealing perks for them to be good. Yes, damage dealing perks are better, but you don't have to do that. Something that increases your range, like reloading after a kill, kind of like kill clip, but it gives you it for the entire magazine, just better range, stability, handling, whatever. Or maybe you could have like for autos, you could say, alright, we have a special perk that only autos can roll with. It's kind of like counterbalance, or not counterbalance, what is it? Dynamic sway reduction, but over time, your range goes up. Range, stability, reload speed, and damage are the things you're looking at. Or maybe like your target acquisition goes up or something. You know, just those are what you're looking for. We don't need perks. Like, what perks are? There's certain perks that no one really cares about. You think about it. Triple tap. Not really the greatest thing on like autos. And weapons like that have a huge magazine. You don't really need triple tap. Like at all. Something that will increase, maybe rapidly landing precision hits will increase your range. Or your body shot damage, your target acquisition, your handling, whatever. I could think of so many perk ideas. And I kind of want to do that. Like, you know, custom perks and stuff. And traits. Even exotic ones. So, that's my return. I'm back. What do you guys think about the whole situation? And yes, I did pre-order the new expansion. I'm gonna play it. If weapon sunsetting is a huge problem and it never gets fixed throughout Destiny's life cycle. So no criticism will say, you know, Destiny, you know, we don't have to have sunsetting. It's really bad, and maybe they see, well, no one really wants it in the game and it's hurting the game more than it's helping it. And a lot of people are leaving. So how about we just fix it? We don't have weapon sunsetting. Instead, we have it for only trials and raids. That would be perfect. Why doesn't Bungie do this? Just for the very end game activities. For stuff like comp, control, you know, stuff like, oh, by the way, it would make everything in the game useless. Literally. Next season, think about it. Next season, nightmare hunts, all the stuff on the moon, useless. The only thing you need to do is bounties. All the weapons and gear from that, from all of these places, other than like random world drops, are useless. Forges, useless. Menagerie, useless. Gambit, think about it. Whatever is in the Retrieving City, whatever that's called. Escalation Protocol. All of these, useless. Literally everything in the game is useless. I don't know. I don't really want to play Destiny if that's how it's going to be. We'll see next season. When Beyond Light comes out, has to be great. I have to be surprised. It's not going to be worth my time. I can guarantee that. If they keep it in for a long time, I might leave. And I'm not even joking. I want to make a whole video dedicated to this. So, yeah, I'm back. I'll have multiple videos out on Destiny, as well as maybe Nerf and Minecraft, so stay tuned. So, yeah, peace out.